In the beginning, there was a river, a slow, meandering waterway called Buffalo Bayou. Been here thousands of years. And here's where Houston begins, where Houstonians created the story of their lives, and a most amazing metropolis would materialize. Sailing ships and steamers brought the first Houstonians to settle. Houston was a major rail hub, and Buffalo Bayou was our conduit to the world. Houston was one of the biggest shippers of cotton in the world long before becoming the center for oil. From the beginning, Houstonians enjoyed Buffalo Bayou, but along the way it was neglected as people focused on other priorities in life. But now, in the heart of the city, Buffalo Bayou Park has become this wonderful green space, a lush and inviting park on a river where right in the heart of an urban landscape, people can explore nature, experience solitude, and get away from the noisy, hectic pace of the big city.
Hi, I'm Cheetah Johnson, and welcome to the new Buffalo Bayou Park. Located in the heart of our city, Buffalo Bayou Park is our city's history, reflected in the glass towers of our iconic downtown skyline. These 160 acres of green space, stretching from Sabine Street to Shepherd Drive, have undergone an incredible transformation, and I can't wait to show it to you. Join me over the next 30 minutes to find out what makes Buffalo Bayou Park so special. With the leadership of the Kinder Foundation's Nancy and Rich Kinder, providing an initial catalyst grant of $30 million, the Harris County Flood Control District contributed $5 million, with the Buffalo Bayou Partnership raising another $23 million through in-kind and private donations. In a unique partnership, the City of Houston joined with the nonprofit Buffalo Bayou Partnership, the Houston Parks and Recreation Department, and the Harris County Flood Control District to bring the total project investment to $58 million. And to make sure the park is maintained, a $2 million annual maintenance budget has been allocated by Downtown Tours number 3 for the next 30 years. All in, this tremendous example of public and private investment and cooperation has transformed Buffalo Bayou Park into a world-class destination and a tremendous source of pride for our city.
Bayous are a singular feature of the city of Houston, and this is the singular bayou of Houston and where it all started. I consider Buffalo Bayou to be Houston's heartline. It's where the city was founded, at the confluence of White Oak and Buffalo Bayou.
And the bayou shaped this landscape. The interaction of water and land and soil has created the bigger landscape. And then the bayou is this finger that runs through it. Buffalo Bayou is just one of 22 of the bigger watersheds. There's something like 2,000 miles of open bayous, channels in the Harris County area.
Houstonians started working on it early in the 20th century, more than 100 years ago, when this land was acquired for a park. We are restoring natural systems that were scraped away by the Corps of Engineers back in the 1950s when this stretch of Buffalo Bayou was channelized.
We just have this rapidly growing urban population that's around Buffalo Bayou, and so we really have a park which will accommodate the Houston for the 21st century.
The partnership has worked very closely with the philanthropic community, the Kinders, of course, who provided our catalyst gift, and then the Harris County Flood Control District in the city. So it's been just an incredible public-private partnership.
If you get the private money up front to do it, you get a commitment from the public that's about as irrevocable as it can be to maintain it for an extended period of time. I think green space is extremely important to the long-term future of the city and metropolitan area of Houston.
Behind me is the new waterworks, main gateway to Buffalo Bayou Park. Located on Sabine Street on the north bank of the bayou, you can't miss it. This two-story structure is home to the Wortham Insurance Visitor Center. Visit the Bike Barn bicycle rental concession and pick up some wheels to ride the trails. Here's where you can pick up a trail map and find out what's happening at the rest of the park. The waterworks is built on what was once part of the Houston's water system. During the early site excavation, the construction crew was amazed to discover a long-abandoned water reservoir, a cavernous space over 85,000 square feet in size. Now named the Cistern, this space will open in early 2016 and eventually be used to display temporary art installations. I'm upstairs above the Cistern and Visitor Center on the new brown foundation lawn, a beautiful expanse of natural lawn, and you can't beat the downtown view. Here you'll find the Hobby Family Pavilion, a stage for music events and other live performances. So plan on gathering some friends, bring a blanket, and sit down and enjoy. With the brown foundation lawn being right atop the Cistern, world-renowned artist Donald Lipsky created Down Periscope, a public art piece that will be housed here in this trellis structure for visitors to use to look into the Cistern. The new Barbara Fish Daniel Nature Play Area is an awesome active area for children. Kids will love exploring the treehouse, sliding down a 33-foot slide, or scrambling up a climbing net like a pirate. The play area also features a stream and a waterfall. The picnic pavilion is certain to be the destination for kids' parties, and with easy access to parking and restrooms at the waterworks, parents will love it. This is an area that the children will want to return to time and time again. There are 160 acres of green space at Buffalo Bayou Park. We have a lot more to show you. Welcome to Tapley Tributary, named after the renowned late Houston architect Charles Tapley. He created his original master plan for the park in the 1970s, and much of Mr. Tapley's vision has influenced the park today. This meandering stream channels water from the bayou, naturally filtering contaminants and helping to minimize the effects of erosion. This natural area has been renewed and still features the original granite steps and seating area along with native plantings. Other granite steps from this original effort in the 70s can be seen at various sites throughout the park.
And the benefit of all of that ends up being something that looks like Buffalo Bayou here, where you can still have nature coexisting in the middle of this great metropolitan area.
Tapley Tributary is named for Charles Tapley, and he was the individual who recaptured that vision for Buffalo Bayou in the 1970s and encouraged and secured funding for a demonstration project which made improvements, including the boat dock that you can see down below us.
But we've also gone back and put new elements in, and we're using better the current science of hydrology and how to move the water appropriately, but also to handle what is a big part of the drainage system for the city of Houston. So this has to serve multiple needs and multiple functions, and it's going to do it elegantly and beautifully.
Buffalo Bayou Park has always been a great place for a walk, run, or ride, and now it is even better. The park has expanded and enhanced both its hike and bike trails. So now there are two separate tracks, one for foot traffic and the other for bikes. The 5-foot-wide Kinder footpaths run close to the waterway, with the 10-foot-wide Sandy Reed Memorial Trail situated a bit higher up the bank. The separated paths make it safer and add even more options to your route. At night, the trails and bridges are illuminated, and you'll be sure to notice the new programmed lunar cycle lighting that changes from blue to white as the moon waxes and wanes.
Sometimes I'll run in the evenings. Having the lighting throughout the whole park makes you feel a little bit safer too. You can run any time of day, day or night. I like the scenery. I like that there are a lot of people around. It gets you motivated and kind of makes you want to be more outside rather than working out inside at some corporate gym.
The grounds are beautiful. There's lots of planting everywhere. The trail is great. I would encourage anybody to come out and try it. It's beautiful. A real ornament for the city.
It's just a great place to run, and I run here almost 3-4 times a week. I enjoy it.
It's a great park just to relieve your stress. If you have time in the evening or during lunch hour, whenever, come on by and de-stress yourself.
Public art has always been an important feature of Buffalo Bayou Park. Houston artist Anthony Shoemate was commissioned to create a series of word sculptures that were then placed in natural and serene pockets of the park so you could discover and reflect upon them. Indeed, Buffalo Bayou Park offers places for quiet, natural solitude and reflection. New sculptures commissioned for the park include 12 wonderful stainless steel canoes by local Houston artist John Runnels. These beautiful vessels punctuate entry portals to the park, drawing visitors' eyes and beckoning one to venture in.
I'd say that art is one of the constant themes for Buffalo Bayou in general. The park has a wonderful collection of public art that includes the Henry Moore spindle sculpture, the wonderful police memorial by Jesus Morales, the recent tolerance sculptures by Jaime Plensa.
These new pedestrian bridges are another great enhancement to the park. So I'm on the Rosemont Bridge, which splits into two. So it serves both the north and the south sides of Buffalo Bayou.
So they have a separate path for runners, pedestrian versus bikers and all that. So everybody gets their own space.
Trail system goes all the way to North Shepherd. You can cross at North Shepherd. And at Lost Lake, there's a visitors type center there. There's also an area where you can get some food to eat. It's just 160 acres of pure heaven. It really is.
What I love is every day when I come out here and I decide what kind of walk I want to go on with my dogs, I have so many options. If I want hills, I can do hills. If it's hot and muggy like today, I love the route I took below downtown because it's breezy and mainly shaded. If I want to get some sun, I can do that too.
The separated paths make it safer and add even more options to your route.
I like to come down and ride my bike on the paths, but most of all, I like to bring my kayak down and kayak the bayou. It's really great during the day and even at night because of the lights on the bayou. And seeing all the people use it, it's just like an event just to come down and watch the people use the bayou.
If you haven't been out yet, come on out. You're missing out.
The Waugh Bridge Bat Colony is a colony of about 250,000 Mexican free-tailed bats that were first noticed living under the bridge in the 1970s. You can hear them from the jogging path that runs underneath. They live in the small gaps between the concrete support beams. And you can smell them too. It's not so bad if you're upwind. Late summer at dusk is the best time to see the bat colony fly out to feed on insects before dark. Gather on the lawn by the bridge or stand on the observation deck installed just for the bats.
Coming back, we'll find ourselves at Lost Lake. Eleanor Tinsley Park. It is one of the most familiar places here at Buffalo Bayou Park.
The signature lawn has gotten a complete makeover. Parking has been enhanced and new garden plantings have been added. A feature that's hard to miss is the new Now Family Pavilion, an open cantilevered structure with a sweeping overlook of the park, sand volleyball court, and downtown skyline.
Don't you just love that view?
So many people will want to use this that we just have to be able to provide more parking for those that do drive.
We're developing over 100 parking spaces on site, and then working with the City of Houston on Allen Parkway, we're going to be able to create more than 100 on top of that alongside Allen Parkway without affecting traffic flow.
The other piece of this, though, is very important for those of us that do walk or jog or bike to the park. That is, we need a safe crossing of Allen Parkway. With the Rosemont Bridge and Jackson Hill on the north, we were able to put bridges in to sort of let people move from the north side, Washington Avenue corridor, over to the park. But on the south side, on Allen Parkway, traffic will be calmed and slowed down, which I think will make a much safer place and much safer crossing for people.
Each year, volunteers contribute thousands of hours spreading mulch, picking up trash, and assisting in the beautification and maintenance of our park. Buffalo Bayou Partnership invites Houstonians ages 9 and up to join our volunteer corps. Come out and get involved in keeping Buffalo Bayou Park beautiful.
Bayou Buddies is a young professional organization that supports the Buffalo Bayou Partnership. We help raise awareness for the mission that the Buffalo Bayou Partnership has to revitalize and transform our beautiful Buffalo Bayou. I do think that this is a diamond in the rough. I think a lot of folks that don't live in the area, when they come visit, they're shocked to see how it's transformed over the last 2 to 3 years. So I think it's really changed the landscape of Houston for not only Houstonians, but for people that are relocating here. They're learning to love Houston a lot more by seeing the Buffalo Bayou and all that it has to offer.
The great thing about the Buffalo Bayou Park is that we're making use of something we already have. We're using this bayou for which Houston is known for, and we are creating something even better out of it.
The new Johnny Still Dog Park is one of the most popular destinations at the Buffalo Bayou Park. I know my dog just loves it when we come here.
Open green space and great water features make this an ideal play date for furry friends. There are separate ponds, one for big dogs and the other for smaller breeds, and there's even a doggy washing station so you can clean your dog up before heading home.
A trip to the dog park is a lot of running and tired pups.
Lots of animals. I come here with my sister. She has a big German Shepherd. We have a lot of fun.
It's definitely worth a visit. I think that it's kind of one of the hidden gems in Houston. And, you know, if you could just bring your family out here or just, you know, bring your dog to the dog park, I don't think you'll regret it.
Now this is Lost Lake, the destination that anchors the west end of the park near Shepherd Drive, a beautiful pavilion that overlooks the bayou.
This is a perfect place to start a visit to the park. Here you can rent canoes and kayaks or launch your own paddlecraft. Lost Lake got its name from a pond that was created in the early 1970s. The small lake disappeared after subsequent flooding and weather events.
And we said, what a wonderful thing. There also happened to be a very interesting bit of geography there. And it's the highest point of ground between Allen Parkway and Memorial Drive. Just a ridge that ran out there that was only about 18 inches below the 100-year flood elevation. So if we were going to build a structure anywhere that would be able to withstand and be built to standards above the floodplain elevation, that was it.
And we're developing gardens around it, a canoe and kayak rental, a restaurant service, visitor center. Same thing is happening at the waterworks, the location of the city's historic water reservoir, where we're going to have bike rentals and food trucks and performances. A skate park's already there, a nature playground for younger children. So we have these very, very special places in the park also.
Now this water feature has been remade in a grand style. Look at the cascading waters and the wonderful native plantings.
The beautiful pavilion features natural wood and an abundance of glass. Clark Cooper Concepts will operate a grab-and-go food service called The Kitchen at the Dunleavy, open 7 days a week, where visitors can get breakfast or lunch and sit down and enjoy the view, or take some goodies to go for a picnic in the park. Parkgoers can also host private special events at the Dunleavy through Clark Cooper Concepts.
They really have thought of everything here at Buffalo Bayou Park.
With the majority of the park's features completed, the Buffalo Bayou Partnership staged a day-long grand opening party. On a bright and clear Saturday, October 3rd, Buffalo Bayou Park welcomed thousands of visitors to celebrate the realization of a vision that has been long in the making. And what a celebration it was, with food, music, and activities spread out across 160 acres of natural green space. The crowd stretched from the new Lost Lake Pavilion through Johnny Still Dog Park, Eleanor Tinsley Park, to the Sabine Promenade. Visitors enjoyed renting canoes and kayaks and paddling on the bayou, or taking a free ride on the Spirit of the Bayou pontoon boat. I was privileged to MC the opening ceremony at the new Waterworks Visitor Center to honor and recognize the people who have worked so tirelessly to create this crown jewel of Houston's park system.
I hope you will enjoy our new visitor center. I hope you'll enjoy our new nature park. I hope you'll enjoy the 160 acres that makes up Buffalo Bayou Park. This project has been so important to us as a partnership as we've looked to revitalize Houston and the waterway, and we are truly honored by all of the public and private support we've had on every step of the path.
But I think the most important thing to carry away from here is the fact of how transformational this is. And I happen to be fortunate enough to have our 3 grandchildren with us today, and I certainly hope that when they're as old as I am, this park is still functioning, and if Bob Urey's around, it will be. The only way a city like Houston is going to achieve the greatness that it should is by continuing, in my opinion, to have the private sector work with the public sector. This is one hell of a fine example of that, and I thank all of you, and God bless Houston. Thank you.
So on my count of 3, 1, 2, 3. After the official ribbon cutting, a happy throng of celebrants and visitors streamed up the ramp from the waterworks onto the new brown foundation skyline, and the party continued. The day culminated with an illuminated procession featuring a myriad of beautiful and original handmade luminaries, carried by volunteers along the banks of the bayou. Delicate floating variations in the shape of flower blossoms drifted alongside the festive parade, reflected in the gentle bayou currents. The celebration concluded with a spectacular fireworks display bursting high over the park to the delight and amazement of all.
And then you come down the bayou on your kayak and you see the city rising up. It's a beautiful angle on the city, and it's the wild and the urban all together. It's like a green necklace that embraces the city.
And look at this. Check out the new Buffalo Bayou Guide for iPhone and Android smartphones. This easy-to-use application highlights and identifies points of interest, recreational areas, access points, parking, artwork and amenities from Shepherd Drive to Allen's Landing. Plan a new running route or kayak adventure. The Buffalo Bayou Guide is a perfect trail companion for your next visit. Make sure to download it today.
Well, they say time flies when you're having fun, and this half hour has gone by incredibly fast. I hope you are as excited about the new Buffalo Bayou Park as we are, and I hope you make plans to come visit soon. Buffalo Bayou Park is the heart of our city and a treasure just waiting for you to explore. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the park.
For more information about Buffalo Bayou Park, visit buffalobayou.org.